How's it going, everyone? Hope you can hear me okay. So, yeah, welcome to another Front Row show. Basically, it's a very stripped down show tonight. We're just doing a couple of artists, and yeah, we're going to also have an interview with one of them later on. So, first of all, we're going to cut to the Whiskey Jar on Tuesday. Um, Really great show, and here's the first artist. So, here we go.
Let go of this lush stream, so mild and inviting. I know we'll do the right thing when we give it up. This spell we keep conjuring, sadistically harboring, its charm is now floundering. Time to give it up. All the leaves are turning, oncoming autumn is calling for this fickle heart to give the summer up. Take in these surroundings, peaceful yet confounding, with no real sense of belonging. Time to give it up. Be brave and be bold, love, when you go beyond the meadow, for there's more than just sticky shadows out there in the wood. All the leaves are turning, oncoming autumn is calling for this fickle heart to give the summer up. Old winter will be looming there where the blue will be blooming, and this fickle heart will try to find another star. All the leaves are turning, oncoming autumn is calling for this fickle heart to give the summer up. Old winter will be looming there where the blue will be blooming, and this fickle heart will try to find another star. Oh, this fickle heart will try to find another star. Oh, this fickle heart will try to find another star. Oh, thank you.
Hey, how's it going? So, yeah, that was Bay at the Whiskey Jar. Great performance, Bay.
Amazing to play in front of people again. Oh my God. Yes.
So I missed the first little bit of that, but I got you in now. Yeah, that was really good. So tell me about this release you're releasing tomorrow then.
So, tomorrow, so the song you just heard is called Let Go, which is actually the second single from the album that I'm working on and that I'm releasing at the end of in autumn. But Sticky Shadows is the first single that I'm releasing, and that's happening tomorrow. So really looking forward to that. I'm releasing a music video for that as well. And if you want to, you can join us at 10 p.m. tomorrow UK time for that. We're doing a bit of a watch party, so you can join us for that if you'd like to, but really looking forward to it.
Nice, nice. So what have you been up to the past 6 months then? What have you been working on songs in the studio, or what's going on?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the last year has been mostly me working on this album, and I've got some amazing musicians on this album. If you were there on Tuesday, you heard me talk about it. Basically, my husband, who plays the clarinet for the BBC Philharmonic Orchestra, is playing on this album. We've got a friend who's plays for the Halle Orchestra, and just a couple other amazing musicians. Just really, really proud of what I've been able to achieve over this last year, and just feel really privileged that I've been able to achieve this amount of work. And I've just worked with amazing people. I recorded it in Chorlton at Airtight Studios with Shana McPhail as a studio engineer, and it's just been a magical process. So I'm really looking forward to share it with everyone.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Totally. So
In my life.
So you talk about a full orchestra and everything else and being a full band. You're playing at Whiskey Jar again on Tuesday, aren't you? This coming
I
up.
am. Yes, I am, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to have Pete Mitchell on the drums, percussion, and then going to have Sam Vickery on the bass. And I'm going to try and rope my husband Fraser in to play the clarinet at the Whiskey Jar, as well as our friend Sarah Bennett on the flute.
Would that be their first time playing in front of a Whiskey Jar audience?
Yeah, I think it will be, actually. Yeah, it will definitely be Fraser's first time and Sarah's, and like I think it will be a really cool experience for them, actually, because they're used to performing in different environments, but I think it's just a different feeling. Everyone in the Whiskey Jar is just so glued to what you're doing, and they're also so close. And I think like you might get that in like a chamber ensemble environment, but I don't know, it's definitely a very special place to play. So I hope that they join me, because I think that they will end up getting bitten by the bug.
What a time to play it as well. The first Whiskey Jar mic where the lockdown restrictions have lifted, so there's going to be more people in that room than it has been in, since beginning of last year.
Yeah, no, I'm really, really looking forward to that, and I think I feel like it's going to be packed. It's going to be so packed, and I think it's going to be completely a magical evening. So if you haven't decided to come yet, then what are you doing with your life? Like, come join us if you're around and free. I think it'll be awesome.
I have to sort of ask the generic interviewer questions now. I've come up with one. I think I've heard it so many times before. If you were on a desert island, you could have 3 items. What would they be?
Oh my God, this is too much. Oh no. I would have a memory foam pillow named Stan. I don't know why, but I just named him Stan. And I would have an endless supply of kombucha.
Okay.
We should probably be like have food, like that would be good.
Well, ignoring food and drink.
Right. Okay.
You can.
Okay.
You don't need to. You can survive. There's you just. It's just nice things to have.
I would have a DJ deck set up to just play for all the animals in the coconuts. I'll just be like
Party Island.
I bring a surfboard and get like proper hench and surf all the time.
Brilliant. Do you have anything else to say? When did you say your album launch is going to be then?
So the album, I'm aiming to release it toward the end of September, and it's looking like we are going to achieve that. So really, really looking forward to that. And the plan is to do a big gig in Manchester. So I will let everyone know when I nail that date down, and when I can get the whole band together, and when we can get a really cool venue and a night, and it's just going to be a super special evening, and I really look forward to sharing that with people. I think it'll be sparkles. So
amazing. You didn't say the name of the album, did you?
Yeah, probably did not. The album's called The Meadow, and it's a concept album. And I say that I'm inviting you into a daydream space, this fantastical meadow space that it's basically a self-created environment that you've created for yourself to stay safe, idle, and secure. And within the album, there's a sense that this sort of happy place that you've created for yourself, which is like summery and golden hour, kind of forever, you no longer belong there. So it really at its heart, it's about transition and about knowing that it's time to leave one space and move on to the next chapter that's calling you. And I think for anyone who's kind of going through a transitional moment in their lives, I think it'll be a good, or hopefully, you know, a really good thing for them to hear. And I hope that it's really cathartic for them, and also very maybe a catalyst to help them take the steps
So
necessary.
quite metaphorical and dreamscapey as an album, then, like quite,
Yeah.
but as well talking about, you know, these feelings sometimes you wake up and you feel a sense of loss or loss of belonging, and it's, you know, and the feeling of grass is always greener, you know, things like that, and is all these different elements at play.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also I think for me, like I just have a tendency to daydream and to also like I do feel like I've taken actions in my life and moved forward and stepped forward, but I think we can all relate to maybe being in a space where you have an idea of where you'd like to go, or actions that you'd like to take, but you just keep thinking about it and staying in that space rather than actually doing it. And there's a sort of comfortable relationship that you developed with where you are, but you know that you're going to have to leave soon. Like you gotta make those changes, because you can't actually remain in this space and feel what you've felt before, if you know what I
I
mean.
reckon there's some personal experience there as well, from, you know, from the States to Scotland to Manchester, you know, moving through these, you know, these different zones. Do you reckon you've applied some of that to the songs?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it really, that transitional element parallels kind of a lot of aspects of my personal journey in terms of kind of becoming who I am as a person and continuing to grow into the person that I am becoming, if that makes sense. And yeah, me flying from Colorado, studying in Scotland, living in New York City, moving to Manchester, all of these have been a massive part of that process. Yeah, and very special. And like, there's a reason why I'm in Manchester now, and I just feel like it's home for me, and especially the music scene. Like, I feel it has really welcomed and taken me in, and I'm excited to share this sort of my own stepping out of the meadow is basically this album in a way. And it's me sharing something that I've worked really hard to make. And I think also showcases what I'm capable of as an artist and as a singer-songwriter. So I really hope that everyone loves it, you know, and that it's really meaningful to them. So yeah, and I think it shows a part of my past, and it shows a part of where I come from and also where I am. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I look forward to seeing you again this Tuesday coming up, and hopefully we can get a clip from that for next week's Front Row show.
I would love that. I'm really looking forward to it. Also, I'm going to wear this outfit. What do you think? Do you like it?
Very nice.
Okay.
It's autumnal. It's like I'm thinking pumpkin. I'm thinking fall leaves. You know.
That's exactly what I wanted you to think. So.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for your time today. Thanks for talking to us. Right. Okay. Thanks very much. See you later, Bay.
Right. Bye. See you at the Whiskey Jar.
Right. So now we're going to move on to our next artist from the Whiskey Jar, and this is Helena Ward, and she's performing an original song. I hope you like it. There you go.
This is my place, this is my song, and I can say whatever the hell I want. can only be read by my soul. These are my words, these are my thoughts, and I don't really care if they sound good or not. This is my therapy, my diary. These days it feels it's the only time I'm free to say what I want and cry out loud, and to scream the words I don't have courage to say when there's people around, to feel a bit down, not being validated. But I have someone who listens is overrated. But you listen to me and you don't talk back, and your strings give me the answers like no one ever has. Your mind out of a heartbeat or blood running veins, but I speak to you like you're alive, and I could swear you do the same. These are our words, these are our thoughts, where time doesn't exist and we can take as long as we want. You are my therapy, my diary. These days it feels you're the only time I'm free to say what I want and cry out loud, and to scream the words I don't have courage to say when there's people around, to feel a bit down, not being validated. But I have someone who listens is overrated. But you listen to me, but you listen to me, but you listen to me, but you listen to me. Say what I want and cry out loud, and scream the words I don't have courage to say when there's people around, to feel a bit down, not being validated. But I have someone who listens is overrated. But I have someone who listens is overrated. But you listen to me, but you listen to me. Thanks.
And that was Helena Ward with her song. Now, obviously tonight's a bit more stripped back, using the webcam and whatnot. Next week we'll have Barney and Buffy back in the studio for a proper, show with more live guests. But next we have one of my favourite bands. I've known Zach and Pete for many years. Me and Zach go way back, and they played at Whiskey Jar on Tuesday. It was just them two, and they absolutely smashed it. Now, the drums weren't mic'd up properly. We managed to get something sorted out, so the drums don't come through as clearly as I'd hoped. But I just think it's a really nice, really good performance. It starts off with one of his originals called Unhappy Ever After, I believe. And then they go on to a medley of songs. But yeah, that's the end of the show. Like I said, it was a smaller show today, just because we didn't have the presenters in. But hopefully, next week we'll have a grand show, have both presenters in, get a really good show going. So again, thanks very much for coming along, guys. Thanks for enjoying the music, and yeah, cheers. That's out for me, and I'll see you next time.
Been fading behind closed doors, and my smile is painted for the sake of yours, and I miss your laughter, your good night kiss, unhappy ever after where I live. 'Cause I've been losing faith, but these pictures hold your face across the length of time in space. Unhappy ever after is where we'll stay. I want you to know me, to remember my voice. I need you to know that this was never my choice. Sweetheart, please hear me. Will you understand? Unhappy ever after is where I am. 'Cause I've been losing faith, but these pictures hold your face across the length of time and space. Unhappy ever after is where we'll stay. I've been breaking down, but I hope that you're happy now. And since I can't be around, unhappy ever after is where I'll drown. 'Cause I've been losing faith. These pictures hold your face across the length of time and space. Unhappy ever after is where I'll stay. Unhappy ever after is where I'll stay. joker to a thief. There's too much confusion, and I can't get no relief. This man can drink my wine, and come and dig my earth. No one left on the line, nobody on this world. Yeah. Kindly spoke. There are many here amongst us who feel like this but a joke. Well, you and I, we've been through it, and it's not on fate. So let us stop talking falsely now. The hour's getting late. Yeah. She's up all night to this song. She's up all night for good fun. She's up all night to get some. She's up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to get. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's the girl who thinks that I am one. But a little kid is not my soul. I used to put my faith in worship, and my chance to get to heaven slim. I used to worry about the future, and I threw my caution to the wind. Just to the other side of town. Yeah. You know I cut down to get wisdom. Well, I had no choice but to get down. These are people say to dance, but I'm gonna feel it anyway to dance. I got candy in my heels tonight, baby. Children, oh yeah, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Whoa, children, oh yeah, it's just a kiss away. It's just a kiss away. All along the watchtower, these princes kept on view, while all the women came and went. Never servant. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Weak as I am, there's no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am, no tears for you. Weak as I am. Rosemary, you're part of me, you know. You are. Rosemary,
if anyone's still there, just a little bit of news. A lot of people have been asking me like about why I'm doing the front row shows on Thursdays and why it's not live from the Whiskey Jar. Now, basically, since October last year, there's been a lot of issues. I mean, even since 2018, there's been a lot of issues with regarding copyright music being used in a live stream. So between the acts, I would sometimes play, artists that have played at Whiskey Jar, local artists who I thought would be a bit more whitelisted to play between the acts rather than the music's playing at the bar. However, I found a couple of months ago that was still flagging copyright on the live streams, and it was taking the live streams down and restricting the viewership even more. So I'd get 20, 30 active viewers usually. They get down to 20, down to 10, down to 5. And every time I'd do a live stream with copyright music in, intended or not, that would cause more issues to the channel and to when I go live. Now, that also means that sometimes when artists are actually playing cover versions of songs, that can also flag the copyright. Not always, but sometimes. So I have a couple of options. Basically, do I move it all over to YouTube and try it that way? Or what I'm trying now is try to build a show where I cut out bits and, basically put out a little bit of a taster of the Tuesday Gone. And the artist can contact me if they're interested in the footage still. That all said, this Tuesday coming up, we might be trying something like what we used to do. You heard it here first. Basically, if you get yourself subscribed or follow or go to the Music Life page, you'll see some stuff there that looks quite familiar because it's done by us at Cottonopper's Music. I run Front Row Manchester, I work with Cottonopper's Music, and now we're working with Music Life. So if you head to Music Life on a Tuesday coming up, we're going to try and do maybe like an hour live stream from the Whiskey Jar. And then, obviously record all the rest as we would usually. So that could be something we try coming up. And what that means is in that hour, basically tell all the artists not to play any cover songs, try to minimize changeover as much as possible, and basically create that part of the show of the open mic in a way that would be the easiest way to get out online, as well as also on Music Life getting it to a massive audience. So yeah, that's the future plans with this. The Front Row show itself, we're still going to do next week's episode. I'm still going to try for a few more in the future. This is a platform where, not just the Whiskey Jar, it's other bars in Manchester, it's other music nights, it's also the MCR skate group as well. It's a way for them to share their news. Obviously, the last couple of weeks, we've not had Barney, so we've not been able to share a lot from that. And he represents a skate MCR group. I don't. But I filmed at Whiskey Jar, so I can share that, and I was there, so I know what happened. This is an invitation. If you run a night and you film it, or you go to an event that's you think needs to be seen by more people, contact us. Contact Front Row Manchester, and we can get that included as a segment. Yeah, I don't know why I waited for the end to put this on. I was so caught up in trying to get the show together. But yeah, thought might as well stick on a little extra rant at the end here. Whilst I'm cooking mushrooms downstairs. And beans and all the rest, having a fry up. Anyway, that's actually the end of the show now. Again, see you in person Tuesday. See you online on Tuesday. Remember that page, Music Life. Go find them on Facebook. Millions of followers, millions of likes, big audience, and you might be able to see something really cool. And if I don't see you there, see you here on YouTube and Facebook next Thursday. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.